Here is the AC Gilbert Alco Diesel. It's essentially an RSD-15, and it does not have a scale width hood. And this is the inside. Looks a lot kind of like some of our brass stuff, doesn't it? Has a central gear tower. There are shafts that run to the trucks that look like this underneath, which are hidden by the fuel tanks and air tanks on the side. Okay, so I rebuilt this once already. Already got the motor, and that was good to go. Problem was, one, I made shafts, and I put them someplace I wouldn't forget where they went, and then I forgot where that place was. So I have to make some new ones. That's no big deal. The real problem is pickup. Now, this thing, basically, it picks up from two wheels on one side. I had already tried making another copper pickup and gluing it to a plastic styrene pad right here, and that worked, but I kept on getting sparking. And so the trucks are the wheels are insulated, but the whole truck housing is energized, and that's a problem. We got to fix that. And these wipers, the original ones, I found they tend not to stay in very good shape as far as picking up power. They just don't do a good job of picking up power. So what I want to do is I want to do the same thing that I did on the Kraus Maki and go ahead and use some phosphor bronze. So I'll get 3-wheel pickup on one side and 2 on the other on each truck. What I'm going to have to do then, there is a tiny space see that little plastic, see that plastic insulating washer there? That's the thickness we have to work with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of plastic that I normally use for making windows, just like the cover of any old item you get, something like this. I'm going to attempt to cut a piece just with scissors that slips down in here, and this is just slightly less than the thickness of that plastic insulator. Get that onto the side so the wheels can never touch. Because when I'm trying to pick up power from them, and when they touch, then we got a spark and a short. That's a no-go. And I think we can do that, and then we can get this thing ready to roll. The other thing I'm going to do, when I was looking at the way I'd done this originally, just to test it, I just ran the wires on the outside and up in the frame. I think I'm going to put 2 small holes to feed wire up. Now the way this thing originally works is when the truck is sitting on here, there is a brass screw on the top here that you solder to. That was just your one from each end, and that gave you your power to the motor. I'm going to try to go for 2 and the 1 like we did on the Tenshoto, and bring that up to our PC board. See if we can't do it that way. And that'll give us a little redundancy and possibly a little extra reliability. But as you can see here, shell so far, it's not that bad. And I'm not making this to not use it. I plan on putting this into total operation. And this motor right here is an excellent choice for a DCC locomotive. And how often do you see an HO scale diesel from the 50s with a decoder in it? Probably not that often. How many people do you know that would run one on a layout? Well, I'm going to do that. That's what we're going to do. This is not a terribly complex project, We're going to use the drill press. We'll get 2 nice holes as small as we can. Why not put 1 big hole? 1 big hole will weaken the frame, but 2 small holes, we should be okay on strength. And then I had a lot of weight added to this. I had a bunch of weight in here. And because I use goop, naturally, I just peeled it off so I can start over. Let's see if I can't get this thing to be way more reliable than it was. Even though it was working, let's see if we can do better.